What up, everybody? This is DJ Awall here on WMTS Murfreesboro. I know you guys are so excited to be back in studio with me because you were like, I just heard the last interview and those guys are a hoot and she's a little crazy. And I'm like, well, you know, I am what I am. So we are in here with TSM. Hi. How are you? Okay. So we are going to be talking a little bit about your music and kind of how you went from singing in the car to singing, you know, on the radio, producing music. So we're going to talk about it, and I want to start off by, first off, TSM.
Yes.
We have, you know, Legend, who was like, I like the idea of being legendary, and therefore that's what I go by, and I was like, fair. So TSM, is it just your initials? Like, how does this roll?
It's my initials. I have, like, other names, too. People don't really, like, hear about them as much, but, like, Lil Teasy is, like, the funner side of TSM.
Yeah.
That's more of, like, a SoundCloud thing, but... Yeah, TSM is just my initials. People always think it's from the gaming team. There's like a gaming team called TSM.
Yeah, I have a, well, he's 15 now. He was 14 when I was like, hey, I think this is who we're having come on. And he was like, gaming? And I was like, no.
Yeah,
incorrect.
every time I tell someone my name, they're always like, TSM Myth, who's like the Fortnite player or something.
And you're like,
I'm
no,
like, nope.
not me. So let's talk a little bit about music. You came in a little bit last time when we had Legend in studio.
Yeah, I did.
And we were talking about, you know, like the when you listen to music growing up and kind of like how you get your founding. And, you know, Legend and I have like old school R&B, which I don't know how or why. Dude did not know about the Nina Simone thing. And Legend, if you're listening to this, bro, I'm just going to keep laying it into you until you have like figured out a good reason. Because I mean,
man.
Dude. Anyway, so like, what kind of music did you like grow up that was like, this is what I want to do? Like, how did your listening style as a kid kind of push you into your music creating style now?
So when I was like a little kid, like really young, pretty much all my parents played was like contemporary Christian music and like some country music.
Yeah, I feel that on a deep level.
Which was like, it was cool. But I wouldn't say that was what inspired me to make music. What really was around like middle school when I started to discover rap music and hip hop music. I started going to like a different school in a completely different part of town, which needless to say was not as contemporary Christian friendly. It was a little bit of a rougher neighborhood, so there was a lot of hip hop, a lot of rap that I was exposed to going to school there, and that was kind of what opened my eyes to like, oh, there's a whole bunch of different genres out here. So that's where it really started, was learning about hip hop for the first time. And then from there, it kind of spiraled out. And now I'm like very late to the party with other genres. So I'm like just now getting into R&B and like other stuff and
That's
like indie.
Okay. You're hanging out with great people who have great, you know, sense of
no,
sound.
it's sick. I love like finding new stuff, and it's always like a new sense of discovery, and I get so like excited about it. But really, I think it all definitely goes back to hip hop. That's
so I kind of had an inverse story. I did grow up, you know, same thing, contemporary Christian music. Let me get that out there. And then also country music. Again, I was the short little girl with flaming red curly hair. Obviously, in goal was Reba. I don't know why anybody argues this point, but it's fine. And so then outside of that, when I was growing up in school, I went to kindergarten one year in the old country school in a very small town.
Oh.
And then first grade through third grade, which psychologically is when you're developing what you're going to be listening to for the rest of your life, moved to other side of the tracks.
Ooh.
Meaning that I moved from here is all of, you know, lights and glory and praise and worship, and then you go, cool, now we're going to be talking about protest music, and here's everything wrong with society in like a fail swoop. And I was like, I really dig on this, you know, more let's fight the power kind of music, and I was like, I'm here for it. So, you know, I grew up with like the Nina Simones and I started getting into also like Annie Lennox, and because there was a little bit of a rock crowd, which I was like, how the heck and I was like, never mind, we're a military town, I'm not gonna question things. But yeah, so you pick up all these little you know, little pieces of music. And so I also am late to the party in some genres. Now, mind you, if you get behind polka, good for you. I can't do it. Polka is not my thing.
Polka music.
I feel like my intern has heard this several times.
I saw this. I saw. Have y'all seen that movie, The Polka King?
Yes.
That movie is funny.
Yeah. The music is too chaotic.
I've never actually sat down and genuinely tried listening. The only genre that I've sat down and tried listening to and wasn't a huge fan of is K-pop.
I got you.
But
See,
I get
K-pop
why
hit
other
me at a
people
good time. It hit me in high school when I was like, I need something that I can't understand.
Right.
And so then my friend introduced me to EXO, who I actually really like. They're like the BTS. I was like, they're cool, but they're a little like their videos are really weird. And I was like, I am way too logical for this to make sense to me. And so I started listening to EXO, and then I was like, this I can get behind because
I
this
might
is
have to
literally
give
just
it a chance because really
yeah.
my only exposure is like BTS and like I think some other like
Like
random
is
K-pop
it
songs.
Blackpink? That's the
Yes,
yeah.
I've heard them before.
Yeah. So yeah,
Um,
EXO, that's who I recommend for like people that grew up more with like, either the hip hop era and or more of like the R&B roots. EXO is the
I'll
way to
check that
go.
out.
That's the bridge.
I'll check that out.
It
For sure.
takes a minute. But anyway, so what we are going to do is I want to ask you one more question just before we kind of dive into your music head first.
Yeah.
And that is to ask specifically about like you were in here last time and you said something that caught me off guard mentally, but like verbally, I was like, my brain is everywhere else, so I'm not gonna be able to focus on this long enough. Which is that you kind of like playing with genres, like you kind of like
All the
crossing
time.
those lines.
All the time.
So like, why?
I don't, because okay, I think it goes back to the every time I like discover a new genre, like, and it like resonates with me in any kind of way, musically or like lyrically, like I always it gets me so excited.
Yeah.
Like y'all know Sarah Kayes who came
Yes.
here, bro. I found Sarah Kayes' music last summer. My friend put me on to oh my gosh, what's that one about moving away? Oh my gosh, it's off Camera Shy. It's like the biggest song.
Terrible memory.
I hate my brain right now for not remembering because that's like one of my favorite songs. Anyway, I found that my friend Malia, shout out to Malia, she put me onto that song, and she after that I went and listened to like that whole album. It was like a EP from 2018 called Camera Shy. Bro, that was like the best songwriting album that I had heard.
Home for the Summer.
Home for the Summer. Oh my gosh, that song is crazy. And then I listened to what's number 5 off of that album?
Oh well, we looked at the singles.
Oh, you looked at the
She's got it.
singles?
She's gonna pull it up.
Number 5, Chosen Last. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
That song
Yeah.
is probably my most like I resonate with that song. That's so it was so good. And so like I had never sat down and listened to like just singer-songwriter indie-ish music.
Yeah.
And that was like, "Oh, this is crazy." And then I was like from there I found like Cave Town and like Japanese Breakfast and like all these like indie people. I'm like, this is so Still Woozy.
Yes.
Fire. I'm seeing him this summer and I'm so excited. But yeah, like I found all these like indie people and like now I'm like, man, I really want to make indie music.
Yeah.
And like I don't know, every time I find stuff like that's new that gets me excited, like I just want to do it and I want to try like making it. And so like that's gone to like I have not I haven't recorded country records, but I've produced like country instrumentals and stuff or like electronic stuff. Like my album's about to come out and it's going to be like almost all hyper pop, which is like
That's great.
electronic hip hop weird stuff. Just because this whole last year I've just been obsessed with hyper pop.
Yeah.
So every time I hear stuff, it's like I just want to try it.
Yeah, I understand. I am very much the same way when it comes to finding new artists. I have this thing. I don't know, y'all do this. I definitely did this my first 2 years in college, which is where I've like find an artist that I really, really, really enjoy, and then I'm like, I'm going to listen to everything that this artist has put out.
Yes.
And then I find out that they're featured on somebody else's stuff, and then I'm like, great. So now I'm going to go through that artist's stuff, and I will just. It's a train of thought.
That's kind of how it went with the Sarah Kayes to other people.
Yeah.
That's definitely how it's gone with like I'm really into like underground rap. Like there's a whole wave of new SoundCloud rap that I'm into.
Know.
Like freaking kids, like 14,
Manifest.
16-year-old kids. Baby Santana was the first one I heard. I heard Antisocial with Slump Success. Because of that, I listened to both of their musics. Jesus. All of their music. And then from there, I would find like Autumn and I would find Yeet and like other people like just from this one song.
Yeah.
I just went through all their collaborators. It's like a super tight-knit group. And so there's like SSG Kobe. There's like all these people that are just underground people that haven't blown up.
Why the world may never know. So what we're going to do real quick is we are going to cut to break long enough to talk about one of those people, actually. And that is going to be John Adams. I love this man. But actually with you, I'm going to skip John Adams this time, which is like a wink, wink kind of nod thing. We're going to go straight to Matthew Parker. Matthew Parker, I play a little bit with Legend stuff. And I think it's a great way to kind of ease into your music because, like, he has, like, a similar vibe sometimes. And I'm like, also, he reminds me a lot of you, like, in terms of your music and, like, playing with genres. And I was like,
Cool.
I found me a person. So we're going to listen to Dream World, the acoustic version. I love Dream World, the actual song, but, like, I don't know about this acoustic version. It just hits different,
I
feel some of those songs that just doing like a stripped down set.
John Bellion's
Yes.
acoustic stuff?
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
stuff.
it just hits different. Like,
Yeah.
it's still really good. It just hits
1000%.
different. So we're going to listen to Dream World, the acoustic version by Matthew Parker and Chris Howland. When we come back, we're going to get to know TSM and more about his music. So I hope you guys will stick with us. Hi, everybody. So this is DJ Awall here on WMTS Murfreesboro Radio. Let me explain to you kind of the concerts that are going down. We kind of talked about this a little bit, but I'm going to do some different concerts for those of you that are like, I didn't dig any person that you mentioned the last time. I'm so sorry. So first things first, we have the Wood Brothers playing the Ryman tonight at the Ryman, and I'm just very excited about them. Then we also have Johnny Swim, who I really, really, really like, and they are playing at the Grand Ole Opry on the 13th. We have Chris Tomlin coming to Bridgestone Arena on April the 15th. We also have Matt Kearney coming into the Ryman on the 16th of this month. And then, if you're digging like that old school, funny stuff, then you guys should check out Taylor Tomlinson, who will be at the Ryman Auditorium on the 23rd. I love her. She's hysterical. Have you seen her stuff?
No.
Oh,
I have not.
she's great. She's funny. I'm like, I dig you. We are one of the same breed. So, that being said, outside of that, Bon Jovi will be playing Bridgestone Arena on April the 30th, which will be my last show. So if you're not here, being at either the Ascent Amphitheater, the Schermerhorn Symphony Center, or the Bridgestone Arena, that's all fine. You can miss my last show. But if you are not doing any of those 3 concerts, please tune in. I will be leaving, and I want to have you all listen to my show. Okay, that's my little, child bragging thing. All right, good. Now that we're back to normal.
If you don't tune in, it's bad juju.
Bad juju. Don't send me bad juju, please. Just, work with me here. Anyway, outside of that, the only other concert that I'm, again, hardcore bragging about, just because I am what I am, will be the Alien AJ concert coming up on May the 14th. And then we have, do you want to go ahead and give the news about who's coming to play at MTSU?
Jack Harlow, the God among men, the sexiest man alive, is coming to play at the Murphy Center on what?
The 27th.
27th of
It is
April.
my little brother's birthday.
Right before his album drops. I will be in the front row, turning up to First Class and all of the other songs.
Yeah, well worth it. So we're gonna kind of talk moving now into your music because your girl's excited.
Yes.
So I have to look at my sticky notes, make sure I'm in the right order. So we're gonna talk first about this EP that you released in 2021, so last year, pretty soon. And it is called Teenage Love Stories. First off, I love this title. It's a beautiful title.
Thank you.
I also really like the cover.
Thank you. So that cover actually, there's a song on SoundCloud called Angel. And then there's a song called Colder, which was a single off of this album. And then there's this album. They all have similar covers. Angel was the first one. And that inspired the next 2. So
yeah, I like it.
But yeah, I made that cover.
I'm digging it.
I've been getting way more into cover art because I had other people make it for a while, and then I've just been like, well, I can make it. It's fun.
Yeah, so I've been working on my book cover because your girl's self-publishing a book, and so there's a lot of work there that's got to go into it. But
y'all go get that.
I mean, I don't know about y'all, but when you're making a book, you've got to make sure that things look cohesive.
Yes.
For a book cover, and it's real interesting because, for example, I made a really awesome cover that's blue and orange, and it has the shattered glass across the cover, and it was great.
Yes.
Only problem was, it's too bright for my book.
Ooh.
You know that issue, when you have something and you're like, this color just doesn't represent what's inside, so I'm just, So I was like, cool, we're going back to the dark gray with still the shattered glass, but then there's it's just, I'll show you later. You'll be like, awesome, or you'll be like, this is garbage, and either way I'll accept it. So
I don't think I'll say that.
So we're gonna talk about 2 of the songs that are from this EP because I just love them. I don't have a better answer other than I love them. So I want to talk about Meant to Be first.
Meant to Be.
Yes, I love the lyrical quality alone is impeccable.
Thank you. I was going through some stuff.
Yeah. Look, I think Legend and I talked about this a little bit, and I've also talked about this with Chase and with Joe, and now with the girls that'll be on in a little bit. And like the rawness in lyrics, there's just something about it that allows you to really like get to know the artist even beyond just like the front that they're putting up. And I really enjoyed this song, I think, because it allows me to like see not only what you're going through, but also like the way that you process.
Yeah.
So I like it because I like learning the way that other people process. I think it just may be because I over-process things. My intern is sitting here beside me and will probably agree to this. So because I overanalyze and I over-process, having a song that kind of like reflects somebody who also is in a place where they're kind of over-processing, I was just like,
Oh, this next album that's about to come out, you'll see that is literally my mental state 24/7.
Awesome. So great. I'm going to be like, there's a friend. I have a friend.
But as far as that song, just a little background on it. Basically, there was this girl that I was in love with, and really wanted to start a relationship. And we were both like, we both liked each other, both got along great, and really wanted to start a relationship. But I knew that I was moving to Tennessee a couple months later, and I really was scared of starting a relationship.
Yep.
And so we decided probably wasn't the best idea. Decided we were going to rock as friends. And then that didn't work. Our bond was too strong, so we started dating right before, or a while before I moved, and we are still together, and that is the girl that I am currently madly in love with, Elena. Shout out Elena if you're watching the video that I'm taking right now. Yeah, that's my girlfriend. She drove down for a show, like, I guess it was last week, to see me perform in the she drove down with my family. They all got to see me perform for the first time. And yeah, we're going strong now, a little over a year.
See, I love that because I had the opposite experience. There was you know this, I was a transfer student who came in my junior year, and before I left the school that I very much love to teasingly like remind people that I left for a reason. There was a guy that I had met. We were really good friends. You know, like when you just meet somebody and it just clicks, like, and you're like, what is happening? And I was like, I'm leaving in like a matter of days. Like, we're less than 100 days.
Ooh.
Like, I'm watching this clock just slowly tick down, and I'm going, welp. And so we had talked about it, and he was like, you know, I know that timing is bad. Maybe we could try to make this work. And I was like, it's going to be hard. Not just because, you know, I'm going to be in Murfreesboro and you're going to be in real close to Chattanooga. So, like, that's a 2-hour drive.
Mine is 4.
Yeah. Yeah. So I was like, no. But also, like, in terms of, like, where we were at. So he was going to be going from Chattanooga to move into Georgia. And I had no idea what I was doing post-college. And I was like, you know, I don't know if that's gonna work.
It takes a lot. It was definitely, when I moved, it was very rough, like getting used to it.
It's just a really rough adjustment period. And so, you know, I moved, we tried making things work, it didn't work out. At the end of the day, we were both like, you know, it's just time. We made sense, but timing was off.
Right.
And so, like, you know, right person, wrong time. And so, like, I think that's also, like, the reason that, like, just the whole album
song
literally just kind of goes through that emotion.
Definitely.
But I definitely like this one. So we are going to go ahead and listen to Meant to Be's, and then we're going to listen to Can't Hold Back, and we'll talk about it when we come back on air. I hope you guys are interested in, like, checking it out because, again, really, really good music. So we will be right back here in a jiffy. This is DJ Awall with TSM sitting in on the interview on WMTS Radio. What up, everybody? This is DJ Awall here on WMTS Radio Murfreesboro. Hi.
Hi.
Yes, I talk really fast. I feel like my intern's like, she just said that like at 100 million miles an hour, and I think I kept up. So what we are going to do is we are kind of talking through this music. So we just talked about Meant to Be's, and then we talked about kind of like where the basis for that came from, where the song come from. So excited that you had good reactions with Sick Girl, and that it's going strong. So excited. And then we just played Can't Hold Back, which personally speaking might be my favorite. Wink, wink.
Thank you.
So the reason that it's my favorite is because of a certain line. But before we get there, I want you to go ahead and tell us kind of like the story behind this.
Can't Hold It Back. This was actually chronologically before Meant to Be's. We kind of had implied that we liked each other, but hadn't explicitly said like that we like each other. And so and both of us also were like, again, kind of like scared to admit it because we didn't want to like fall into something and then me move away and stuff. It was all kind of just a weird, scary, emotional experience. But at one point, I was just like, I can't hold it back anymore. I really want to just tell you that I like you. I really want to be with you.
Mm-hmm.
But then on top of that, again, just restating that the timing just wasn't good.
Yeah.
Didn't feel right. So, but again, still
Yeah.
ended up dating each other.
Yeah.
I'm still with
Yeah,
her. So.
it just takes its time.
Yeah.
So we had this weird thing that went down, which is that so this week, as y'all have noticed, because I am literally the most scatterbrained I've been in probably 4 years. It's fine. But I was coming back on a trip and was talking to a friend of mine, and we were talking about, kind of she's getting married, and so there's a lot, that's entangled with that. And I had like a lot of questions that I just didn't voice because I was like, I'm doing what I can to like stay out of it because that's what you're supposed, as a friend, that's what you're supposed to do. And you have this line that I looked over at my intern to make sure that I had not misheard. And she like reaffirmed that I was correct, which is the line talking about I'm doing this to protect you and to protect us in the long run. And I felt that on a deep level because I have, I just went through a really, really rough friendship breakup. And in the process of that, I'm like, the things that I am doing are not for my own goodwill. If they were for my own goodwill, trust me, I would do things a little differently. But even in terms of that, like even beyond that, there are things like I have 2 little brothers who I had the wonderful pleasure of helping to raise, and they are wonderful. The 5-year-old is a handful, and he will be 5 this month.
I feel that. I got 3 younger siblings. So
Yeah, I was like, whoo, child. So, because I'm a very, sassy person. I feel like both of you know this by now. But that being said, when all of my sass that I have ever had in my, 20 plus years of living on this earth are crammed into a 4, almost 5-year-old, it's a little concerning and a little bit worrying. I'm like, oh, he's not even in teenagers yet.
me and my siblings are also different though. It's kind of crazy. Like me, and my oldest sister Ella, are very much opposites personality wise.
Yeah.
And then my younger sister Peyton is very sassy and very about her stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's a different ball of wax.
Yeah.
Like it's definitely not.
And then there's my little brother Jaden, who has like more ADHD and hyperactivity than
That would be Andy.
you can possibly imagine.
And mine is 15, and I'm like, please slow down. This is the year to kind of say.
My little brother's in middle school. I can't remember the total amount of times right now, but I think I'm pretty sure he's 12 and has been to the ER 10 times.
Goodness gracious.
At one point, he was going on once every year. It was like he was 7 years old, had been 7 times.
Yeah.
So like, anyway, little bit of slowdown, but we're not by much. So
I feel that on a deep level because, like I said, the 15-year-old, first off, is super accident prone. I love him, but like... If there was ever
like
a
that.
kid who
There's
I'm like,
always
it's
one.
inevitable that you're going to end up somewhere where you're going to need stitches or possibly surgery.
I'm the only family member or sibling that hasn't been to the emergency room.
Same. I have not. I was like, why? Why is that a thing? And also, like, just in general, I feel like there's a thing that comes with being the oldest, which is that like your goal is to protect your younger siblings, you know? And so like it's really difficult when you are watching them and you're like, don't put your finger in the light socket. Don't put your finger in the light socket. Do not, under any circumstances, put your finger in the light socket.
One time I was the one that had to drive my brother to the emergency room like 2 years ago. Me and my brother both, well, he skis, I snowboard.
Yeah.
And we get like season passes to this place called Perfect North in Indiana. It's like an hour and a half from Lexington.
Yeah.
Anyway, a couple years ago, our season was cut short because he was going through trees, and let's say the trees did not move.
Fabulous.
So I had to drive back to Lexington with him with a broken leg in the back seat, and that was not fun.
Oh my goodness. Well, it's just, younger siblings, if you're out there, please know that like your older siblings just want to take care of you, but honestly, it's exhausting.
Yeah, be careful.
Just
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 chill out a little bit.
Use common sense. That's just, mind your P's and Q's. Do what you got to do. We're going to take a break real quick. When we come back, we're going to be talking about the new release.
Yes.
And we will be back here in a minute. So stick with us. This is DJ Awall here on The Interview. Hello, everybody. This is DJ Awall. We are back here on WMTS Radio. So, it's been a minute. All right, so we're going to talk about your new release.
Yes.
It came out this year. It came out in February, correct?
Yes.
Awesome. And it's called Perfect Timing.
Perfect Timing.
I'm so excited about this one. Also, the cover art is great on this. If y'all want to check it out, it is on Spotify and all streaming platforms. Yes?
Yes.
Yeah, check it out. It's great. So tell me a little bit about the song before we play it. And then just kind of, I like the production on this one the most. So,
shout out to Blake. Blake is my best friend, my brother.
And soon to be roommate, from what I hear.
Soon to be roommate. He is moving here, and I'm so thrilled. We're gonna make so much music and put it all out for people to hear. But anyway, he made this song. He is not only one of the best songwriters, but also one of the best, if not the best, producer that I know. Crazy talented. But anyway, I recorded basically this whole song over a different instrumental.
Yeah.
That used the same guitar loop.
Yeah.
And he was like, "This is cool, but I think that I could do something cool to it." I was like, "Have at it." I sent him the vocals, and the guitar loop.
And he comes back with this banger.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So
Did
what
the
is with
vocal
guitar
chops,
loops?
everything.
We've heard about guitar loops twice now. If we hear about the next one, I'm just gonna be like, I'm giving up. I'm just not gonna do it anymore. Yeah. So we're gonna listen to Perfect Timing. I do want to know the story, if I can ask.
The story? It's about the same girl we've been talking about the whole time. Except this was when it really started to turn around and be positive and stuff.
So AKA, you got a good one. I promise. I'm looking at the camera just so that way she knows that I'm talking directly to her.
Hi, Elena. I love you.
So we're going to listen to Perfect Timing. When we come back, we are going to play the minigame.
Oof. Okay.
He's been studying, y'all.
I've been studying all day.
You can do this.
I don't know how well the studying will do me because I'm bad at remembering things, but we will try.
We'll try. All right, so we'll be right back here. We're listening to Perfect Timing by TSM. Hi, everybody. This is DJ Awall. I'm fixing my hair, so if you're wondering what the sound is, please know that that's what happened. So TSM kind of talk us through where people can find you while I'm fixing this mess.
So socials at TSM_222 on everything. I am very proud that I have the same tag on all social medias.
Yeah.
So Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Instagram and TikTok are the two big ones, but at TSM_222. And then TSM on all streaming platforms. And yeah. You can look up TSM Perfect Timing and find that song that just played and all my other ones through that. So
yeah. So
real quick,
yes.
SoundCloud is TSM aka Lil Teezy.
Okay.
That's why it doesn't come up when you look up TSM.
And it's TEEZY. For those of you that are like, I cannot spell, that would be me. Me personally cannot spell.
That's how you find my
SoundCloud. Have learned today.
That's how you find my SoundCloud. That is where you can also find some exclusive songs.
Yeah. So outside of that, other things that you need to know is that I'm okay. I promise. I'm just. It's been a minute. Other things you need to know is that we're going to be playing the minigame. Before we do that, if you are like, I want to find him on Instagram, but I either just now tuned in. First off, hello, welcome to my show. Second of all, if you're like, I just need to know where to find him, he's tagged on today's post on the Instagram page for the interview with DJ Awall. That's AWALL. All lowercase, all one word. I know it's long. You'll have to get used to it. Do you want stack A or stack B?
Let me do stack B.
Stack B. Alrighty, so the way that this works is we are about to play a minigame. For those of you new here and you're like, she has a minigame? Yes, I'm a dork. This is why I have a minigame. So, also, if you're wondering about the hair thing, it was really bad. I'm pretty sure either person that's in studio right now can verify it was really, really bad. That's why I had to take a minute to, adjust. But anyway, so the way the minigame works is I'm going to give him a word. He has 15 seconds to come up with a song that has that word in its lyrics. It does not have to be included in the title. If he guesses one, he gets a point. To get a bonus point, he has to guess any of the word or any of the songs that I've listed on the back of these cards. Sometimes there is one bonus. Sometimes there is two. Occasionally, like Legend, there are three. So you have more opportunities. And these have been
Cool.
shuffled. I do not know what words you have. She divided them up, so this is not a me thing. So if they're
Cool.
bad, don't blame me.
Okay.
Don't blame her either. She's new. We like her. So are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Whew.
Well,
are you
no,
ready?
but I'll
Allison's
try.
got my little timer. Your first word is little.
A little bit of na-na-na in my life. I don't know what that's called.
That is Mambo number 5, and you have
Okay.
5 seconds? 5 seconds left.
Little Drummer Boy.
You are out of time. No. So Little Girls from Annie, because again, I grew up with Broadway. But also, I won't let these little things slip out of my mouth. One Direction. Are you ready for your next word?
Yes.
Okay, your next word is sun.
Here comes the sun.
Good song. You have about 12 seconds.
I'm walking on sunshine.
Keep going. Both of these are, well, one of them is R&B, one of them is pop.
Ooh.
3, 2, 1. So, Change Your Mind, Tori Kelly. There's a line that goes, he looks at me like the sun. And it's just great. And the other one, the sun goes down,
the stars come out.
Glad You Came by The Weeknd.
Oh, dude.
Or by The Wanted, not The Weeknd. That's an
Wanted.
entirely different person. It's fine. Today is just not my day, y'all. All right, your next word is sing.
Dancing in the mirror and singing in the shower. Does
You
that
got
count?
8 seconds? Yes.
Sing. I'm not getting any of these bonus points.
Ooh, you could do it.
Nah.
You're out of time on this one. This one was hard. It's "Sing" by Pentatonics because I love them, and they had an album that came out. It was I think it was their first with originals on it, outside of "Run to You," and it's like sing, 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 sing. Da, da, da. It's just a really like boppy
Upbeat.
song. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay.
All right, your next one. There are 2 options on this one. Just to
Okay.
let you know. Word is breathe.
Ooh. So just breathe. Who's that by? It's a Christian song.
Yes, you have 7 seconds. I think it's Matt Mayer. 3,
Breathe.
2,
Ah,
out
I'm
of
bad at
time.
this.
It's okay.
Zero
So
bonus
there's
points.
and I Can Breathe.
Okay.
With Taylor Swift. And then In the Heights, which is not only a Broadway
In
show.
the heights.
Yeah, but it's also the movie. And there's the Just Breathe. Da, da, bum, ba, da, 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 da. It's just a good song. Also, as a girl who came home from
I'm
college
not
first
doing good
semester
with
after being a
these.
straight A student and was like, I thought, yeah.
I should have studied harder.
It's okay. It's okay. This is practice. Remember, we had the big tournament coming. That's where you gotta.
Okay. As long as I can get 10, as long as I can come up with at least something myself, I'm proud.
Yeah. All right. You ready for the next one?
So just dance. Gonna be
Okay. Keep going.
Um,
Word is dance, by the way.
yeah. Again, dancing in the mirror.
Keep
and
going.
Singing.
You got 5 seconds.
No.
Out of time. That's okay. So shut up and dance with me.
This
And then also
woman
The Dance by Garth Brooks, just a really beautifully written
Ooh.
song. It's okay. It's old school. It's all right.
I got to see Garth Brooks a little while ago. It was so fire.
All
and
right.
Chris Stapleton.
You ready for the next one?
Yes.
Oh gosh. Okay. Both of these are old school. The word is light. You
Um.
have 2 options.
n-
5 seconds.
Oh my gosh. No.
Out of time, my friend. So again, these are old school. So again, I wanted to be Reba. So that's the night when the lights went out in Georgia. And then
Don't
you
know.
light up my life from the late 60s, early 70s.
I've heard that, but I never would have got that. Oh
It's
my gosh.
old. It's okay.
Alrighty. I messed up my 10 out of 10.
My friend, one of hers was, and at last I see
the
the
light.
light, because she's obsessed with that film. Anyway, next word. It rhymes. This was not intentional, correct? Okay, cool. Word is night, and no nights went out. Night when lights went out. George is not on here.
Yesterday was a long night. That's a Juice WRLD song.
Mm-hmm. You're out of time, my friend.
At least I got
yes, you got the one.
got the one.
So there is Music of the Night from Phantom of the Opera, just because it's the most popular one from Phantom of the Opera. And then the other one is Tonight's the night we're gonna make it happen. Pointer Sisters, I'm so excited.
Gosh.
Alrighty, are you ready? You have 3 left.
Okay.
Okay. I think you'll get this one. I think you'll get it. Or it is here. 10 seconds.
Here I am. Isn't that from The Greatest Showman?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Out of time. It's okay. So, I'll be over here. Whoa, yeah.
Oh my
Whoa,
gosh.
yeah. I love her. That's Alicia Cara. She's great.
Fire.
Like,
Alicia Cara is
just
crazy.
Fire. She just puts out hit after hit. All right, you got 2 more left. Next word is first.
Oh, this is a hard one.
10 seconds.
First things first. Rest in peace, Uncle Phil. That's
5
J.
seconds.
Cole. I don't think I know any other ones.
Ironically, starts out the same way. First things first.
I'ma say
all the words I didn't say.
Dude,
Yep.
now I'm...
All right, last one. Are you ready?
Yes.
I will let you know that this plays at literally every part. The top one plays at literally every party I have ever been to. I promise. It's one of the most popular songs. It has it had a music video, and then it has an SNL ripoff of the music video. So it's pretty simple. It's by one of the largest pop stars in the universe. Her name is known by everybody, even if you don't want to know her name. I promise you do. Word is ring.
If you like it, then you should.
That is the bonus point. He did.
I got a bonus point. Let's go.
So he got 9 plus 1, which means he has 10 points, which I believe puts you in second to last place. But that's okay because this is a practice round. And this is your first time. Those are repeat people.
That's okay.
You know?
Yeah. I got, not including bonus points, like the 9 out of 10, I got as many as Legend did last week. So.
Yeah. That's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
And he's been on here before. So, again, this is your first time being here. So, you know.
I got the playlist this morning.
Yeah, that's my fault. It's been a rough weekend. Anyway, right. So where can people, are you performing anywhere upcoming soon?
I'm not soon, but
you'll
I
let
will
us
have
know.
a lot going on this summer. So
you got to keep us posted.
Yes, absolutely.
Alrighty, though, y'all. Thank you all for listening. I appreciate y'all. And if you are gonna sing around because you're like, I want to know what else she's got coming up, you should. I would highly suggest it. But for those of you that are like, I'm really digging on this guy. Again, he is tagged on today's show page.
Yes.
Also, when he does new stuff, he's gonna be smart and send it to me.
Yes.
So I can share it with y'all.
1,000%.
That's the goal. So
I'm about to send the pre-save link for the album right now.
Anything else that you want to say to our audience?
Tap in because I have a lot more stuff than just music coming in the next year or so. And also thank you to anyone who listened because this is really like cool and this has been like something I've wanted to do for a long time. Yeah. And so I'm really excited right now. So anybody who's listened to it, thank you.
Yeah. So I am very excited
thank you guys.
because thank you. Allison's been doing most of the heavy lifting here, but it's fine. So we're gonna take a quick break to listen to some music. When we come back, we're gonna be listening to Stilettos and Stories and getting to know my girls. For those of you that are like, I don't know who that is, you'll find out. Just hold your horses. We'll be there in a second. So we're gonna go ahead and who do I want to play? Okay, we're just going to listen. You know what? I'm feeling it. We're going to listen to Castle by Canyon City, and then we're going to listen to We Make It Look Easy by Manuel and Viceroy, which they are awesome. And then we're going to listen to Rainbow Connection by JJ Heller because, it's like an indie songwriter, so cool. I feel like that's a good way to lead into Stilettos and Stories. We're going to be back.
Cool.
So I hope you guys are going to stick around. It's been awesome to have you, TSM.
Thank you.
So we will be right back here in a jiffy.